Howdy YouTube, Darlingtonfarm here, just over here in the wood shop, and had somebody ask about my cut table, and thought I'd show you the cut table here and tell you a little bit about it here and what I like and don't like. This is the cut table I put together. If you go back in my videos, this is one of the first things I built over here in the shop. It was mostly, I built it out of stuff that I had laying around is the reason why it is the way it is. 2x10s, that's just what I had laying around. The legs here, again, 2x, just what I had laying around. The grid here is set up at on 12 inches with just a little remainder down here at the end. The laterals here are 16 inches apart, and it is a full 4 feet across. If I was doing this again, I'd probably cut it down to 3 feet. I just usually end up piling crap on that side of it, so I definitely would make it a little narrower if I were doing it again. But I do like having the 10-foot length here, you know, and also I put a stop down here for when I'm ripping or putting a good edge on you know, rough sawn or bandsawed lumber where it just has bark on one side. It's really nice having it a full 10-foot where your work is supported the whole way. With the stop on it here, you can just plop it down, slide your guide rail on it. I've got a 3,000 millimeter guide rail back here, and you can, you know, really quickly you know, edge bandsawed wood on it. And for breaking up cabinets with a setup like this, it is really fast for breaking up sheet goods into cabinets. I can break or just go from a sheet of plywood over here, cut up, and assembled over there in about 15 minutes for a cabinet, which if you don't have a CNC, that's pretty fast. That's really hustling, but can really really crank it out with a setup like this. You know, I've got 2 guide rails here. Actually, I have another guide rail, a 32 millimeter guide rail laying around somewhere here, but the 3000 and the 1900. The 1900 comes with the TS75. Just for breaking up sheet goods, between the two of these, it is so fast. You can just, I generally store, you know, short-term storage stuff over here. Carry it over, plop it down. You know, lengthwise cuts you can break up with a 3000. Horizontal cuts you can do with a 1900. Really fast. I guess I'm kind of ranting and raving again about the Festool track saws, but this table is also really nice for you know, doing through cuts with a router. I use my MFS 700 a lot with you know, using through cuts for radiuses and things like this. Just here's, you know, one example. Really nice, this table, for doing stuff like that. All your sawdust that doesn't get picked up in the dust collection just falls through. Actually, you can kind of see here where I have made some cuts with that, and you know, you don't have to be super careful about you know, cutting into it. And again, you know, going along here, you can definitely see where I've cut into it with my track saw. You know, you have less than $100 in it, so, you know, if you have to spend half a day building another one, you have to spend half a day building another one after it's trashed. But anyway, main bullet points, I definitely would make it narrower, probably only about 3 feet. I like the 10-foot length. I think that's really good. I think you could probably make it a little less sturdy. I think you could probably use a 1x10 or a 1x8 here rather than a 2x10. But that's just kind of what I had. Or no, not a 2x10. This is a 1x8. I'll spit it out here. Or 2x8. It's been a long day. Yeah, so I think you could probably use a 1x8 instead of a 2x8. I just had some extras laying around. 3/4 MDF, 7 inches deep. You could probably go a little less than that. I think this thing's way sturdier than it needs to be. 16 inches this way, and then on a grid. Or when I built it, I just cut a spacer at 12 inches, slid it down in here, slid the next one over, glued it, and nailed it in. I just used brad nails. You know, MDF splits out really bad if you use anything bigger than that. So I just used brads and glued it together here, and it's really a handy thing to have around here. So anyway, if you have any more questions, I can try and take some measurements here, but it's something I just kind of threw together, and I mean, it's kind of ugly, but it really does serve its purpose well. Anyway, been a really long day here, so I'm going to go home for the night.